Hi everyone, welcome. Let me fix my screen. How are you? Nice to see you all. I have a new setup. Let me move this. I have a new setup in my room. Excuse me. Yeah. I need to work on the lighting. So please bear with me. Okay, so grateful to have you all. Hi, Teresa. Hi. Oh, hi. The cat in the tinfoil hat. I love that name. I have a new setup, so I will be doing my videos like this, my live videos. I do have a new setup. My other videos, I'm like changing around my room, and yeah, so that's what I have to tell you all. How's everybody doing? Nice to see you all. This is my weekly live. They've been going so well. Hold on, let me just fix my light. Okay, that looks better. Okay, perfect. Except for the shadow, but shadow is better than so much light. Okay, so yeah, grateful to have you guys. I'm going to start off with good morning. Where are you joining me from that it's the morning? Hi, I'm in Miami, East Coast, Eastern Standard Time, and it is 6 p.m. Yeah, 6 p.m. And I love to hear where you guys are joining me from. Actually, I'm really loving this background. Wow, it's like so clean. I'm so used to having so much stuff. On my left-hand side, I have like a lot of stuff. And as I've decorated my apartment and my room, I've added a lot of stuff. I'm getting rid of some stuff and so forth. So yeah, I have to get new furniture. So I'm just reading this. So good morning. Hi. I love to see people's usernames. One ton wanton man. Okay. Can we ask questions about anything? Yeah, sure, of course. Thank you for joining. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to have two topics today, and then at the end I'm going to do personal readings. So if you're a member, you get to ask a free question. It's included in membership. If you're not a member, you can donate anything to me, donations based, and I will answer your question. If you're not a member, please donate. Okay? You don't have a butterfly. Oh, on the East Coast. You know, I prefer East Coast. I still live in LA. I say this sometimes. I lived in LA for 4 years, West Coast, and not for me at all. The weather's too dry. The people are very fake. I like East Coast people are upfront. They're real, and I prefer tropical weather. Okie dokie, because it's better for my skin and my hair. I feel like I do a lot better in tropical. Even in New York, I'm from New York, and obviously in the winter time, which is the main reason I left New York, it's very, very cold. But in the summertime, it gets so hot, and it's just like you just bask in the heat. Sometimes it's a lot when you have to go to the subway. I went back to New York 2 months ago, and I was like, how did I do this for so long? You go on the subway, and it's fun when you're just visiting, but it's a very hectic lifestyle. But anyways, I still love New York. Okay, so I'm going to start with Lala Kent and Randall Emmett. I actually live in Randall's home city of Miami. I actually believe I live really close to, in fact, my old neighborhood is where he's from, which I don't live far from that anymore. But yeah, he's from where I am. Okay, so I just recorded it. You probably were the one that asked me. I saw that. You asked me to do a video about it, and I do have one coming up soon, so stay tuned. Okay, it's coming up very, very soon. I just recorded it. Just have to edit it. It'll probably be out for members on Friday. For everybody else, Sunday or Monday. Which, speaking of the membership, if you guys are interested in signing up, I highly recommend. It's just $4.99 a month. You get early access to videos. You get to ask 3 questions, personal readings on the lives. Also, you get first, like, if you make a suggestion for video, I will definitely do it. Unless it's against my boundaries, my guidelines, then I will definitely do it. I don't do on children. I don't out people. That's not what I'm here for on the channel. But if it's regarding something else, I definitely will do it. Okay, so let's start. Thank you again, everybody, for joining. Does anybody watch Vanderpump Rules? So interesting. I have been obsessed with Vanderpump Rules. There was a time I stopped watching it because I thought they were getting too mean. Somebody named Stacy, one of them, was just like really being really mean. I just opened my window and I could hear my neighbors. I hope you guys can't hear. If you can hear my neighbors and stuff, please let me know. I live in a very quiet neighborhood, and like sometimes even in quiet neighborhoods, like somebody starts in their car, it's like so loud. So with that being said, I wanted to do this because I feel like Lala Kent in Vanderpump Rules has been one of my favorite characters, and she sometimes can come across as like mean girl-esque. I don't think with intentionally, but she had a very tumultuous breakup with this guy named Randall, who's a movie producer who owes a lot of people money and so forth and so forth. And I wanted to do a breakdown of what I see happening from this because I don't believe either of them are innocent. I'm going to tell you guys a personal story. It's not going to take too long. I just want to draw parallels to why I believe Lala needs to be more honest. I have been in 2 situations with guys who were separated. I will never do it again. It's not worth it. But at the time, I really loved both of them. And the one that I was with for a long time kind of reminds me, he doesn't look like Randall. He's actually very attractive. Randall Emmett, not my type. But his behavior, very similar. Just very similar energy. So I think what we can learn from the situation is I think we need to be more honest with girls about if they are dating anybody, if they're dating somebody that's separated, what kind of questions to ask. Because turns out my ex was separated, but then ended up getting back together because they had one of those like back and forth situations. And I think it's a chance for us to really learn that money and fame is not worth being in an unhappy situation. Now, I was never with this guy for his money. I thought he was very charming. I thought he was smart because he is all those things, But there was a lot of red flags about the situation. Let's just put it like that. So one of the red flags that I pictured was disappearing from time to time, I was very young when we started dating, similar to Lala, very young. But the difference, and this is why I'm having trouble seeing the whole Lala situation. The difference was that I wasn't bragging. He wasn't buying me lavish gifts. He bought me gifts time to time, but he wasn't buying me lavish gifts. I wasn't bragging about it. Like very few people knew. If he bought me something, very few people knew that he bought me anything. That wasn't the reason why I was in the relationship. And I think that's why people are having a hard time relating to Lala Kent. And it just comes across very superficial, the reason why she was in a relationship to begin with. So they're going through like a custody battle right now. And the energy that I pick up, I get the Emperor as the first card that I get. And he is in Aries, and this is the card of Aries. And he's planning something. He seems like a very vindictive, and this is the shadow side of Aries, They can be very vindictive, button pushers. To me, Aries is one of my least favorite signs. The guy, like, it's interesting because I always say I'm going to end up with the fire sign. But I think something about Aries that they need to work on in themselves is that you can't always be right. You're not always right. You're not always the right one. And I think he struggles with this. He thinks he's always right. He has that. Sometimes Aries have a sense of, I know everything. I know it all, you know? And I can do it all. I'm amazing. Like this sense of like superiority that he suffers from. And it's charming to an extent because it draws people in because they're like, I want some of this juice that this Aries has. But a lot of it is a facade. So with the Chariot, they're going to be struggling a lot to work together, to co-parent. It's very sad. It's very unfortunate. As a child of divorce, it's very unfortunate to see parents not even being mature enough to be able to have a conversation with one another. And like I said, as a child of divorce, the child always remembers. You know, people are like, children are resilient. No, children are not resilient. And the job of parents is to protect your child, to swallow your pride and co-parent, which I don't think is happening here. So I do see him, Randall, running away from certain people. The Chariot is about like maybe running away from certain people. He might not even be paying child support, that kind of thing. You know, he seems like that kind of character. But he's not going to pay child support. He's going to try to dodge. He dodges his responsibilities a lot. Now, this is intuitive based, it's not fact based. So please just keep that in mind that it's not always accurate, even though I'm usually accurate. Doesn't mean I'll be accurate here. But I strongly feel like he is very good at dodging responsibility. And with the moon, something is going to happen where he is out of the picture. Now, she is fighting for full custody. Oh, this is so sad. So sad. He's gonna stop talking to her, the child, for some time. And I really hope Lala's not doing this. As a child, like, my parents went through something very similar. You know, I'm not bashing anybody. This is my story because it's my life. I can tell my story. But there was definitely parental isolation going on when I grew up. And I see that happening here. I think Lala needs to swallow her pride and accept who she had a child with. And both things can be true. You can have a child with somebody who did you wrong, but still believe that they can be a great father or a great mother, you know. And she needs to step outside of herself and do the right thing. Him too, both of them need to take accountability. He needs to stop this like lavish lifestyle, acting like he's Mr. Riches. And she needs to swallow her pride and let him have half custody. I really believe it. Okay, so that's what I have for you all regarding that. The next one I want to move on to is Britney Spears. Now, a lot of people have been asking me to do a Britney Spears video a lot. I haven't been doing Britney Spears because I was accurate a lot about her before, and I just wanted to give her some space, you know. I think she's dealing with a lot, and I'm just gonna change my deck. I think she's dealing with a lot, and I don't think she knows how to handle herself or her emotions right now. I do think she has a secret that I can't reveal because it's one of those things I don't reveal. It's one of the two things I don't reveal. But I don't think she's in as bad shape as people think or as what is portrayed. So let's see. I'd also love to hear what you guys have to say. Please be respectful. Because I really am big on respect on this channel. In life, really. Okay, so let's see. Wow. Okay, so I know lots of you don't like Sam Asghari. I actually do like him for her. I actually do like him for her. Anyway, so with the strength card, 2 of 6 pentacles. Okay, so I see her really. Oh, I just got hot when I said that. The reason I think the posts that she's posting are from the past is because she has that secret that I mentioned that I can't say what it is. If you watch my channel, you probably know what it is. I just think it's bad karma to release something like that. But she, strength to 1 6 of pentacles, now has learned to be very quiet about what she does, who she's around, and who she trusts. And I don't blame her. 2 of pentacles. I see like an album in the works, a new fragrance coming out, a lot in the works. But she's working on building a family first. And with the Chariot, I see them actually moving from LA. I don't think they're moving houses like people say. You know, guys, we should not believe TMZ. Really, please don't. If you are a Britney fan, do not believe TMZ. You know what they did to her in the past. They're trying to do it to her again. And I said that I predicted that they would try again. You know when you have people in your family or just in your life in general that they want you cut them off from anything, whether it's love or it's money. They want access again. It doesn't matter. It's in 5 years. These people were not working for anything and they were living like millionaires, you know? So they want that access again. Hi, Bobby. How are you? So nice to see you. So nice to have you here. Thank you so much for joining. So they want that access and they're not going to stop until they get it. And they're coming up with all, the industry is doing that. It won't be easy for them to just walk away. They want to prove she's crazy. She's not fit to be a mother. They want to do all these things so that they can get their money back. Please don't believe it, guys. I don't think she's 100% well, but the main reason is because of these stories. So with Page of Pentacles, Knight of Swords, and the Moon, I see them coming back. Especially Jamie Lynn. Oh my gosh. She's going to try to come up with all kinds of stories. She's going to try to see Britney Spears. She's going to try. And Britney's going to be like, I don't trust you. The biggest snake in her family is Jamie Lynn Spears. Oh my gosh, thank you so much. Thank you, Bobby. You're the best. Oh my gosh, I appreciate you so much. It's so sweet of you. It means so much to me. Thank you. I will get some coffee. I actually have been such a coffee drinker lately that I moved to Miami. I never used to be because I grew up drinking tea. But moving to the hot weather, I really it's not like, Miami weather, you know how LA is like always sunny. I guess that's why they call Florida the sunshine state, because it's really always sunny except for when it's raining. It's raining. But it's always hot. It's not like LA where it's like LA is about 10 months hot, It's like 2 months that's really cold. In Florida, it's like 2 days that it's cold. Every other day is hot, which I like. So thank you. I'm so grateful. So I really feel like she's gonna expose them. And if I had to give Britney Spears any advice, I would tell her not to take her family so personally and focus on people that love her. And I think when you're being done wrong, you want to prove to people that people have done you wrong and so forth and so forth and so forth. But I think it's just better that she moves on with her life. I really think it's better she moves on with her life and just start a new chapter. Don't even pay those stories any attention. Even though I have my gripes about Beyonce, something that I love about her, she gives 100% of what she does. And she doesn't let the media get to her. You know, as soon as they start talking, I was watching an interview that she did, and they were like, "Oh, how do you feel about the paparazzi?" She's like, "No, nothing. No, no. Don't even give it life, because they're like piranhas. As soon as you feed a little bit of it, they want everything, and you can't live like that. You know." That's why sometimes some people I don't even acknowledge them because they're not even worth it. They're not worth your time. Because as soon as you give them a little bit, they'll take more and more and more. So yeah. So I'd love to hear what you guys have to say. If you're a member and you want to ask a question, personal question, I have some time. I have about 10 minutes. I'm going to the gym. I'm gonna go meet a friend. I must tell you guys, I stopped drinking again. And not that I drink a lot, you know. I just decided to like cleanse every 3 months. I don't drink for a month. But this time I want to do it for longer. It's been almost 2 months that I haven't drank. Um, and I actually went 2.5 years, 3 years. I can't remember how long, but more than 2 years I went without drinking before. And I was so productive, you know, so I want to do that again. So does anybody have any questions before I end the live? It's been so great. I'm so grateful to have you all. Thank you so much. Super chats, thank you for joining. I will be doing this every week. In fact, if you guys have any recommendations for once a month, I'm going to do a fundraiser, and all my donations will go to that foundation. I just don't trust a lot of these corrupt foundations because I found out. Okay, yes, please send it. Thank you, dear. I found out lots of stuff. Oh, thank you. Love to you too. Love and kisses to you too. About different organizations that are corrupt and blah blah blah. So one that is legit, that is like grassroots. Like I'm in Miami, and I used to do it with Angels of Humanity quite a lot. Because I know that they're legit. I know that they are grassroots. They're local. So I really believe in giving back. It's like one of my big things in life. I believe, you know, people have helped me when I've needed it. So I love to pay forward. I want to do international charities too. So if you know any international charities, I work a lot with that charity that they do work in Haiti. Um, I love to do some charities in India, well, Asia in general, and Africa in general. Here too, I do some charities here. In fact, I'm going to sign up to volunteer. But yeah, it's just very, very important to me. So my love, please send a super chat so that I can answer your question. What else? Yeah, so that's once a month. I'll be doing that. I'll do like the second week of my readings. Second week of the month for my readings. Okie dokie. So I'm gonna end the live. I've been waiting. Next week, same time, we'll be doing a live. So please join. And thank you so much, everybody, for joining. I love you all. Hope you have a wonderful day. Bye.